Hello and welcome to my channel, Stories and Poems for Long Winter and Summer Nights. My name is Lucy and I shall be reading my own stories and poems, and the first one is a love story called Harvest Moon. Chapter 16. Lunch at the Horseshoe. Contrary to expectation, Maggie slept well. While eating her breakfast cereal, she considered the news from the night before. Two pieces of news surprised and delighted. James was to be married and Tori was expecting another child. It was probably true to say that James and his father had never seen eye to eye. Steve was an authoritarian father and James quickly learned to play the role of rebel. For instance, James was a better than average sportsman. He represented his school and even his county at a number of different sports. It was obvious, however, that he had a real talent for cricket. When Steve tried to encourage him, James walked away from cricket and took up rugby. He wasn't particularly good at it, but he seemed to delight in annoying his father. And then there was the academic side. James excelled at maths, unsurprising as his father was a lecturer in maths at Oxford University. To everyone's horror, James dropped maths and did A-level biology, physics and chemistry. He only just got the grades for university, decided to study pharmacy, something he wasn't really interested in, and then informed his father that he was going to defer for a year as he was going travelling in South America. And James had continued in this contrary vein ever since. He did manage to get a degree in pharmacy, but then promptly ignored it and went to work on a fish counter at the local supermarket. He was never out of work, but never applied himself long enough at anything to start building a career. All of this may have incensed his parents, but it didn't prevent him from being popular, especially with the ladies. He was good-looking and charming, with a laid-back, slightly offbeat approach to life. He dated waitresses, out-of-work actresses, and shop assistants. His father was in a permanent state of anger and irritation. It was when his father was diagnosed with terminal cancer that James began to apply himself. He was now working as a pharmaceutical rep and had had several promotions. He'd even saved up a deposit and had bought a flat. And Maggie was about to meet the girl he had chosen to be his lifelong partner. She had no idea what to expect. The Horseshoe was a regular venue for Sunday lunch for the family. There were a number of advantages. Firstly, it served an excellent and mainly dependable lunch. It was within walking distance of Maggie's house, so sometimes Peter and James parked at her house and they all walked round together. And finally, to the delight of the permanently starving younger generation, you could pile your plate high at the carvery. Today, Maggie was running a little late, so when she arrived at the Horseshoe, James and Peter's cars were already in the car park. It was with enormous curiosity and excitement that she entered the pub. "Grandma!" shouted Alfie and Jack as they came running towards her. As the children took their places again at the table, Maggie looked around, greeting and smiling until her eyes rested on the young woman beside James. Slim, dark-haired, and an absolute beauty. No change there. But it was about to come. "Alison, this is my mum, Maggie, and Mum, this is my fiancée, Alison Holt," adding very proudly, Dr. Alison Holt. Thank you for listening. If you are enjoying the story, don't forget to subscribe and look out for the next chapter. This is all for now. See you soon. Bye.